Okay, so it's awesome. I get to see now what my karmic self was like. Not in a bad way. Like I wasn't doing anything wrong to people. It's just me being my authentic self, but in a karmic version. More so insecure and maybe a little bit boastful. Um, Super excitable about certain things. Overly prideful. Not too modest. What else? Feel a little left out, I guess, when others are getting praised. Not jealous necessarily. Oh, that would be a, I guess, acknowledgement. Anyway, so I get to look at all this through a different person. And I get to see what it's like when I was at that stage, when I was doing those things, acting that way. And a lot of the circumstances that have come up with this other person has been almost identical to when I was like a teenager, maybe early 20s. And it's so funny because I don't get upset. I don't get triggered. I don't get mad, but it's just like, huh. Wow, that's what I was like to handle. That's what I was like to deal with when I was asleep. That's what I was like to, um, you know, try to communicate with and certain things. That's why I acted like that, or that's why I felt like that. And it's given me a lot of clarity. It's given me a lot of like closure as well. And it's almost like a my karma. I get to live this out and experience this moment and see what it's like to be face to face with my younger self, my karmic younger self, the version of me that used to be, and really get a better understanding of my shadow side and more understanding of the way I functioned back in the day. It's not so much a bad thing. It's just eye-opening for sure. Sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating, but the best part about it is I know myself so well that I know how I would feel in that situation, and I have more understanding and compassion to diffuse any sort of drama or heavy chaos or anything like that that's going to escalate it. I get a general sense because of the fact that it resonates so much with my younger self that I'm able to find ways of communicating better that I wasn't really given in my younger state. Nobody gave me a heads up. Nobody talked to me about certain things. Nobody really explained it. I'm not sure if they knew how at the time, if they even knew how to manage their own emotions. So how are they supposed to explain it to me? But either way, I wasn't really communicated with in a thorough sense. And so now I get to be creative in this situation, and I get to come up with certain ways of communicating with this other individual who I actually really admire and respect. And I get to talk to them in a way that is almost like talking to my younger self and giving them a heads up with understanding, not judgment, so that there is an easier flow between my energy and that other person's energy. So there's not any confusion. So there's more compassion and showing that I see them for a human being and that they should not feel ashamed or insecure in any way about any sort of thing, or that they are being acknowledged and heard and listened to. You know what I'm saying? And it's nice because it's kind of like, well, when you were that in that state, what would you have wanted people to be like to you? How would you have wanted people to treat you? What would you want them to say? How would you like them to act towards you? What kind of explanation would you really appreciate getting that would help you better understand your own reaction to certain things that you may not be currently acknowledging? Like those sort of things. And you can be really fun and creative about it and lighthearted if you can. So it's really nice. I'm being given the opportunity right now to learn these lessons, and instead of taking it personally or getting upset, because I've done the introspection and the healing, I understand what's going on right now. And it's not a threat to me, and it doesn't make me feel any specific way. It doesn't make me feel like I want to run away or be trapped, or it doesn't make me feel like I'm being punished in any sense, or that I'm being, it's a negative karma. It's more of an opportunity to learn, which is really nice. And you'd be amazed when you flip your switch and you actually train your brain to see the opportunities in things instead of looking at the more negative side about it. And it really does help make things go more smooth, especially when it comes to learning lessons that we need here. And I really truly get a better sense of what I was like in my karmic state and why people acted the way they did towards me. Not to say it's just or fair for a lot of it, but it just gives me more clarity and closure. And I really do appreciate myself back then, and I appreciate myself now, and I sure as fuck appreciate the people placed in front of me that are my mirror to show me certain things, because they are their own individual person too, even if they're acting in a specific way according to how their emotions are functioning. And it just so happens to resonate